My name is Andraéa, and I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I moved to Phoenix, Arizona after living in the DC area for over 10 years. To me, a full life means focus and commitment to things that truly matter to me. It means being focused on aspects of my life that will be meaningful not just today, but in the years to come. And it means pushing past fear to go after those things. A full life means surrounding myself with people, activities, and things that will enrich my life and help me reach my goals. And perhaps most importantly, it means defining when to say yes and when to say no. When a person's life is full, no area is left unaccounted for, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and physically. Throughout my professional career, and also as a self advocate, I've had amazing opportunities to connect with like minded peers through civic engagement. That remains a joy of mine here in Arizona, just as it was in DC. One of the greatest joys of moving to this side of the country has been getting to build family, both here in Phoenix and nearby in the Bay Area. Giving hugs to, sharing experiences with, and having the deepest of conversations with folks that I'd only previously built relationships through social media has brought so much peace and happiness. It's also been important for me to identify and connect with people with disabilities, as this is an aspect of my identity that I'm committed to continually embracing and nurturing. Back in August of 2019, I received an email from friends at Mobility International USA, with whom I traveled to Jordan in 2012. The email began like this: Hi, Andraéa. I want to reach out to you to see if you would have interest to lead a disability advocacy workshop in Ghana for youth. Who says no to an email that begins like that? In late August, I began planning for the most exciting, exhilarating, exhausting, most difficult, and best challenge of my career. With just over 6 weeks, I had the privilege and the challenge of preparing to train 16 young adults with and without disabilities from around the world for an inclusivity workshop hosted in Accra, Ghana. Over 4 days, I had an opportunity to deliver trainings on disability rights and history, justice, advocacy, allyship, and so much more. Anyone that knows me knows that I require daily assistance from personal care attendants to assist with various needs that I have as a wheelchair user. And my ups and downs with them throughout the years have been both lovely and stressful sometimes. However, my PCA experience in Phoenix has brought more joy and stability than I thought could occur in my first year here. Now, I'd be lying if I said that every day has been peachy, but I have been blessed throughout my year to have PCAs in my home that have each enhanced my day to day. Since last May, I've been blessed with a few that truly make my life sweet. There's Raina, who's an engineering student at Arizona State University. She prides herself on being a master organizer and is incredibly quick and attentive. Then there's my Molly, who is a cosmetologist by trade with a background in home and nursing care. And she is all things creative and is responsible for my fall decor, my Christmas decor, which she makes by hand. She's the one who consistently helps me break my diet by bringing me homemade goodies and in general has the most sincere heart. When perusing the local Center for Independent Living website prior to my move, I was pumped about the idea of exploring different adaptive sports activities. I've had opportunities to try out adaptive water skiing, which I loved and can't wait to do again, and adaptive hiking, also a new fave of mine. Over the years, I've focused a lot on diets and eating plans. But after being in Phoenix a while, I decided to shift my focus from fitting into a specific size to feeling good and being healthy. Thankfully, yet another perk of my new Western home is that the weather is nice enough to have fresh organic produce throughout the year. For months, the farmer's market has been a part of my weekly routine. My commitment for 2020 is less about doing a whole bunch of new stuff but more about remaining consistent in the things that I love doing: eating well, enjoying friends, self care, working out, and so much more.